Maybe we can get a guest, I guess, that has quit smoking.
Else we tried 30 days.
30 days of
we'll
smoking.
figure out. Then
Welcome to FatFitFam, Singapore's realest fitness podcast. I'm Dan.
I'm Jimmy.
And today we're talking about fitness while fasting. So Ramadan's coming, and it's of course I'm practicing Ramadan, but of course a lot of our listeners also, a lot of your friends also doing fasting. So how do you do this?
How do you not eat but still have the energy to work out?
That's right. So do you know about Ramadan? Like what have you?
I do know about Ramadan. You guys will fast for about what, 1 month, 2 months?
Yes, 1 month. Yeah.
Hari Raya or Hari Raya Haji or whatever.
Yeah. I have prepared some slides, Jimmy. So
yes, let's see the slides.
Yeah. Okay, so you haven't seen these slides, but basically, so how do we train during Ramadan and also manage the nutrition part and the timing part, etc., etc. So you're right. Okay, we'll start first with what is Ramadan. Okay, so maybe we start with the types of fasting. So actually, Ramadan is only one type of fasting. There's few other types, right? So there's intermittent or extended fasting, which just means maybe you fast on one day, or you fast for a certain period of time, for multiple days and whatnot. Okay, I'm just skipping through this because I want to focus on the Ramadan one. Okay, there's diet-based or water only. Have you heard of this? Water only fast?
Like when I was in NS, for example, they usually get they're not allowed to drink water. But I remember there was
not
a time.
Allowed to drink water.
There was a time when I was still in school that you're still allowed to bring a bottle. So I think it's how strict you are in Ramadan. Would I say so? Is that correct?
No, I'm not saying for Ramadan. Like
in general,
completely different type of fasting. Like
so, water only. What does it mean? Like
so, I think in India, some of them practice this as a cultural thing, where you can fast like a whole day, but you drink only water.
Okay.
Yeah, which is essentially 0 calories, right? Yeah. Keep yourself hydrated.
So and then you only eat either in the morning or the evening.
Correct. Yeah.
So water only. So it sounds very
strenuous or It depends lah. There's also diet-based fasting, which is actually about like having only juices or having only not solid food or not red meats. So these diet-based sometimes are recommended by doctors. So like sometimes you have I don't know, maybe high cholesterol or whatever, you should avoid red meat, something like that.
So you get most of your calories and protein from, I would say,
other sources like
like
vegan also, beans, lentils,
milk powder. I would say is okay.
Yeah, well, it depends, right? So what kind of diet you are on. So that's the second type, and the third one is the one that I want to talk about, which is religious or cultural. Ramadan, I highlighted that. That's the one we'll mainly talk about today. There's this thing called Lent, Yom Kippur, and Buddhist fasting. Okay, each one has their own different types lah, but it is based on different religions and different cultures. But I highlighted Ramadan, and actually, when I went to ChatGPT, right, they also say that this fasting called time restricted. Then I realized actually Ramadan is a time restricted fasting. They are not different actually. So what time restricted is, right, is that you can only eat from a certain time to a certain time. Have you heard of this?
In the morning, before the sun rises, and then when the sun sets, you can eat.
Correct. So you think about Ramadan is you can eat basically all night lah, all the way to morning. You can eat anytime at all the way when sunset all the way to the morning. Yeah. So this is actually the same as time restricted. There's also time restricted diet the other way. So that means you only eat, for example, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then every other time you're not eating. So this is also time restricted. So Ramadan is a type of time restricted fasting, but it's just a particular time lah. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So, but you still need to focus on how long the energy can last in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So Ramadan itself. Let's see. Okay, so when is Ramadan this year? Okay, Ramadan runs from 18 February to 21st.
So it's a month-long fasting period.
Yeah, about a month long. It's about 30 days, 31 days. So the fasting actually, 21st March actually Hari Raya lah. So you don't fast on 21st. It's just, I'm just putting it as that's generally.
So you stop fasting at the 20th?
Correct, yeah. Okay. Or once you break fast on the 20th night, then you're done lah, quote unquote done. Okay. Of course, there's a caveat also. Okay, so if you all didn't know, I mean, this is not related to FatFitFam or fitness, is that if you're a female and you have your period, you actually cannot fast or not encouraged to.
Is there a reason why?
It's a religious thing lah. It's just essentially that you are considered bleeding and like dirty, quote unquote. So you're not.
Okay, I don't know. I'm a bit not well versed in this topic.
Sure, yeah.
But
ask away.
Won't females encounter their period in like within 28 days? So probably it will fall within one of these days.
Correct, definitely. So for females, or you know, the one before menopause lah.
Okay.
They when they have period, they have to actually repay these days.
Oh, okay.
In any other parts of the year.
I see.
Okay, there are some like blacklisted dates that you cannot lah for some certain religious reasons. But let's say you can, okay, let's say February to March, right? And let's say you have to skip 7 days because you're on your period.
Yep.
So then you actually have to pay back in, like, you can pay back in like October or whatever.
I see.
These 7 days.
So you still have to do this, but you are given
another
this.
period, yeah.
Okay.
So, some people, some family members also I know, is that they will just do it just before the start of this period. So they clock their yearly cycle. It's kind of like IPPT.
That makes sense.
You clock your yearly cycle.
I'd rather do it within that period.
So
another time where
18 Feb is the start, right? So sometimes they do like maybe 10 to 17. So then they just continue because you're kind of like in the mood. Kind of
exactly. Since it's one whole flow.
Rather than fast and be on and off kind of thing. Okay lah, but this is just for info. Okay. This also applies for like people who are pregnant also, so they don't have to fast. Obviously, they have to give nutrition to the baby, etc. But also, actually, if you're a male, it's also still possible in certain circumstances.
Like job related, like you're doing very physical activity.
I wouldn't say job related. Job isn't an excuse lah. It's maybe more of like if you have an injury or whatever, and you're forced to take medication. Some people have to take diabetic medication,
especially in the middle of the day.
Or this kind of thing. Exactly. So these are some, I would say, leeways or excuses that are permitted lah. Okay, but anyway, less about the religion stuff. We're here about the fitness part. Okay, so just sharing this is the date. So as of this recording, this date hasn't arrived yet. But I think once this recording is out, it'll be just before it comes out. Ramadan is coming or has just arrived lah. So some tips for you guys. So the Ramadan schedule. So this is exactly what Jimmy was asking. So what time is the start? Let me move us away.
Whoa. Okay, so breakfast 5:30 a.m. is very early.
Yes. The breakfast is 5:30. Okay, it's about 5:30. Okay, it changes every day. It technically
based on the sunrise.
Yes, the sunrise and all this kind of thing. So, but for me, generally, the way I see it as a modern individual is that you can search it up online. They have a listed actual to the minute kind of thing, and then So typically it's about 5:30, maybe 5:20 some days, and etc.
What do you eat in the morning actually?
That's a good question. I don't really say it, but I do have some tips. So, for breakfast, sahur we call it, right? So for me, I'm a cereal guy. I always eat cereal.
Okay.
It might be placebo, it might be something else, but in my head, cereal is a breakfast food that has all the nutrients you need to last.
Depends on what cereal.
Depends on what cereal.
Yes.
I eat Kellogg cereal. The basic, tasteless, or like the. To me, is nutrient rich lah, and and also you're drinking with milk,
fiber, and all the protein.
Yes,
nuts, I would say
correct.
also.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have a balanced diet, like enough iron, enough carbs. Again, then with milk also, so you're in a way hydrating also at the same time and keeping your calcium levels up. And then of course just chugging a lot of plain water. I know some people, some of my family members also, they must have rice in the morning or like at their sahur period. They must have like a normal, let's say even like a nasi lemak.
Asian meal.
Asian meal, exactly, yeah. Your rice, your eggs.
Something heavy.
And whatever.
Curries and whatnot.
Correct.
Dates.
Yes.
Also.
I think honestly for sahur it's up to the individual, but to me it's really dependent on what can comfortably last you for the rest of the day and doesn't de-energize you. So my answer is cereal, but sometimes I also add fruit because fruit obviously gives you the fiber and the energy to keep going for the day lah.
So in theory we should eat like high fibrous and slow to digest foods.
Correct. That's right, yeah. So digest food, exactly. But the thing about it is sometimes I wouldn't say you have a choice, or sometimes you're eating leftovers from the day before. So just be mindful of what you put in your body lah. Yeah.
So I'm not too sure if you're gonna say about it in the later parts.
Yeah.
For me personally, for my breakfast these days, I've been buying Chobani yogurt.
Oh yeah.
I mix it together with rolled oats. So the cracker oats, the rolled oats. So I put overnight.
Yeah.
Then the next day I'll just eat with a bit of honey. So it's I feel it lasts me for more than half a day.
Sure.
So I can eat about 2 p.m. Still feel somewhat energized.
Right.
So maybe some tips here and there.
Yeah, I think that's a good mix.
Or another alternative, say about cereal. I've been trying out this Nissin brand from Donkey.
Yeah, Nissin like the cup noodles.
Then they have a cereal also.
Oh.
Then they have different flavors like matcha flavor, it has beans, it has oats, it has your...
Something new this is new.
And then not really new, it's been there for quite a while.
Oh, is it?
Then I was like, I just saw this, it's $9 and it lasts me for about a week.
Right.
And then there's also strawberry flavor, your walnut flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe something you can try out for cereals.
Yeah.
And also makes a bit of chobani. You know, I've been maybe sidetrack a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So chobani, I highly advocate for it because if you have normal Greek style yogurt, because chobani is Greek yogurt.
Yes.
Then your Greek style yogurt is more in calories. It's cheaper, like maybe your chobani is $16.
Yeah.
Your Greek style maybe $8. 2 times the price.
Yeah.
But your Greek style yogurt is high in calories and low in protein.
Yes.
Versus your chobani is low in calories, high in protein.
Exactly.
So you're actually paying for what you
get.
You get.
Yeah. It's more worth. Yeah. Actually, I was talking to Jimmy about this off-cast, but I was planning that maybe because I've been taking a lot of pictures and then reviewing the different kind of snacks that you actually can get from FairPrice. And chobani yogurt was one of it.
Yes.
So I do rank it quite highly because they actually have good flavors also.
Yes.
They have like banana, they have like blueberry.
Else just get the plain flavor and a bit of honey.
Mix with whatever you need to mix.
Your fruits. And then recently there's also the TikTok trend. They put in the lotus biscuit.
Oh, right.
I think it's a good, interesting
good mix. So at least you get your nutrients in.
Correct. But for me, just mix it with your rolled oats. Then, honestly, it tastes a bit disgusting in the morning. It's hard to get down. But I mix a bit of milk and just chug it in. Some honey helps with everything. And some banana or some frozen berries. Frozen berries,
That'd be nice. I love my yogurt with berries. Okay, anyway, so...
Sidetrack.
Yeah, it's okay. So sahur time, I would highly encourage. Okay, the food to me is a bit secondary. What I encourage is water. Actually, drink a lot of water at the start of the day.
So would you be able to drink water after breakfast?
No.
So nothing at all.
So nothing. No water.
Even
in between
doing
those times.
vigorous exercises.
No.
Nothing.
No
so
water.
It's part of the
correct. So as you know, hydration is very important for both maintaining our muscle size and our muscle strength, but also in your day-to-day activities. Drink loads and loads of water in the morning. Water is 0 calories. You can drink as much as you want. So drink really as much.
Would you suggest having electrolytes or some salt tablets?
I personally don't. But I think the older you get, you might need some of these supplements to help you through the day. So you can add that as part of your...
Recently, I also bought these hydration tablets with vitamin C.
Right.
It kind of wakes me up.
Great.
I've been trying that also.
I feel like I get mine from fruits naturally. But perhaps, if you want a shortcut, I guess those tablets might help.
So water and slow to digest foods.
Correct, Okay. So the next one is breakfast, which is iftar.
It's the opposite of
it's about 7 plus generally. And at this part I will talk about what we eat later. But this is the timing. So you're fasting about 13.5 hours of a day for 30 days. So and also no smoking. So I've heard from some of my friends who are watching the podcast, how can we do an episode of quitting smoking? Something very tough.
Personally, I've never smoked before.
Same.
I don't know what's so difficult about it.
So it's very hard for us to advise because we've never actually gotten into it. Maybe we can get a guest, I guess, that has quit smoking.
Else we tried 30 days. 30 days of smoking. Then
Okay, but just to highlight, in Ramadan also you're not allowed to smoke. So basically, it's an inhalation of something external, which is the same as food lah.
So I think nothing goes into your body.
Correct.
Per se.
Yes. So I think the food part might be the easier part for a lot of the Malay Muslims because it's you can sustain your hunger a bit longer. But the smoking is the one that might get a lot of them.
Addiction.
Correct, the addiction. And you're doing it cold turkey if you think about it.
But no smoking means can you smoke after?
You can,
7 p.m.?
you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you still can have that vice.
Yeah, but you know, like some people is like they smoke every like 2 hours or something.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas for food, right, it's kind of like you can whack in the morning and then whack at night. So it's like okay, not so bad. But you cannot whack smoking. You cannot smoke 10 packs in.
You cannot relieve that urge.
Yeah. You cannot smoke 10 sticks in the morning and then last then 10 at night. It doesn't work that way, ma. It's more of a So as you can see, there are some factors here that actually helps you mentally, physically, and I'll talk about it in the next slide. So okay, but for my tip for everyone who wants to try this, I also put it there. Try it yourself if you want to try.
Okay.
You don't try all 30 days. I'm going to try 1-2 days. It's technically a time restricted fasting.
Yeah.
Okay. The tip is to stay busy. So as long as you're busy and not thinking about it, right? You.
Oh, sidetrack about this. Last time I used to have a very unhealthy lifestyle. So when I was working, I was so busy. I also skip breakfast.
Right.
And I only eat 1 meal a day. That's dinner. So kind of.
You're already fasting.
I feel so unhealthy. But I can talk more about it later.
Yeah. So in a good bad way, being busy actually helps distract you away
busy,
from this.
Then you have to run. After that, your whole schedule is so packed. You
Correct.
forget.
Yeah. You forget to eat lah.
Maybe that's just me. That's why I'm skinny in nature.
Okay. Next slide. Welcome to FatFitFam. So this year 2026 we're collabing with Repeat Order for protein coffee and
matcha creatine.
Yeah, matcha creatine. You can mix and match also. You can put creatine in your coffee or protein in your matcha. So up to you, right? So order from Repeat Order and enjoy. Remember to eat well,
run fast,
lift heavy, and get your coffee fix from Repeat Order. And here we go. Okay, so the benefits. Okay, let me throw us away first.
Delete us away. Delete us from the screen.
Can I delete? Or actually I can squeeze lah.
Yeah.
Okay, actually no. The below point later. Okay, so the benefits of time restricted fasting or Ramadan fasting lah. It's so that's why I say you don't have to fast. I mean, as a non-Muslim, you wouldn't have to fast specifically those times. You can even start at 9 and maybe breakfast at 9,
there are certain
9 p.m. Something like that lah.
Diets are like intermittent fasting you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't really got it to work for me. But I think it depends from person to person.
Yeah, correct. It's still quite individualistic also. Okay, let me just get to the points first. So number one, it improves metabolic health. So it helps regulate your blood sugar, insulin sensitivity. So this really helps your digestive system to have a quick break of always churning like fatty foods or whatever that you're used to eating, right? So it gives it a way to kind of readjust itself to its natural state. Okay, so one. Number two, fat utilization. I think as you know, if you don't have fuel, you don't have carbs or whatever in you, you're actually tapping on your fat storage. So especially those who are bigger, obese, and fasting is actually quite a good way for you to lose very quickly, because your day-to-day activities, you're pulling on your fat storage rather than what you eat, right? Yeah.
Depends, I think. Because when you fast also, then you need to make sure that at the end of the day, you don't overeat.
This is in my next slide.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Next one is supports cellular repair. Okay, this is something that I googled also. Yeah, so there's a process called autophagy. Autophagy.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, where it cleans out the damaged cell. So essentially, it will trigger a process that will all of your unused cells, damaged cells, it will clear. So this, in a way, actually good for cancer avoiding also.
Oh, that's interesting. So I remember I was watching a video like when your muscles get damaged, you actually peed out.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So this is this will help to trigger that process to clear more of it out. Yeah. Because you don't clear all of it out, right? So this one helps to clear more of it out. Okay, and then the next one is digestive health. Similar to point number one, it helps your gut reset and function more efficiently. And also with this fasting, right, you're actually setting the time that you eat. So you're eating specifically at 5:30. You're specifically eating at 7:30. So actually having these exact windows for 30 days really helps
Your body
to
get used to
adjust
it.
to, yes. So your body can switch on to say it's time to digest. So around 7 o'clock, your body's quite smart, by the way. So around 7 o'clock, they know, okay, my body need to prepare. And if you remember from our CPT course, if we are digesting, some of our other muscles, functions actually slow down to focus on digestion. And if you're working out, actually your digestive system slows down. Yeah, so it's like your body's regulation. So if it knows that it's eating at 7 o'clock, the body is ready to do the digestion, and it will be at stated time, so your body gets used to this kind of schedule. Yeah. So that's number 4. Number 5, it reduces inflammation. Not too much about that. And then mental clarity in this. So this is the one that I mentioned.
Focus, self-control, and healthier relationship.
Yes. So I think eating food to some, especially those bigger ones, it might be a difficult thing where they cannot stop, rather than, they are trying to or sometimes they just cannot stop. It's an addiction kind of thing. So fasting actually helps them to have more self-control.
It's more rewarding also, I would say. Like at the end of when you break your fast, when you first get your first bite of food, it tastes way better.
True.
Than you keep eating throughout the day.
Correct. Yeah. And but to point number 6 also is the smoking part. So I said this exercises your self-control and some discipline for
discipline.
you. Correct. And
you need to be very disciplined also.
Correct. And as we know, discipline translates well into our fitness wellness area, because definitely if you keep discipline, you keep going, you'll see results in the long term, right?
Oh, so this last sentence is very interesting to me.
Yes. So
we shift we need to move our picture up.
Oh yes, I haven't moved our picture up. Okay, Jimmy has seen the sentence. Where's my mouse? There we are. Okay, bang. Okay. Controversy. What is FatFam saying? Okay, now.
Why are Singaporean Malays/Muslims the unhealthiest group in SG?
Yeah, okay.
I've seen in Malaysia that Malaysia has the most unhealthiest food.
Yeah, okay. Statistically, if you guys check this, I didn't put it on the slides lah. Yeah. But Malaysia actually is the unhealthiest Southeast Asian country. Yeah. By a lot, by the way.
I saw the article. It's crazy high.
It's like more than 50% of people are clinically obese. Yeah. And then so sometimes you think like, I talk about the benefits of fasting, and Muslims / Malays, especially in Malaysia, they are doing this every year at least once. So how is this not helping them improve, right? And it also translates to Singaporean. But for Singapore, I'll just cover it first. I could only find a study from 2016 where this stat was most recently done, where the level of obesity and chronic diseases such as diabetes were higher in Malay ethnic group than any other ethnic group like Chinese, Indians, and whatever in Singapore. Yeah. So it's not significantly more, but it is disparagingly more, because there's lesser volume of Malays compared to, let's say, Chinese, but there's a higher level of obesity.
Okay. You know, we learned it in computer engineering. There's this called F1 score. Okay. Because you have a lower percentage of people versus a higher. So these will show up more significantly in your results. So take this with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. So the viewers out there, you can contest me all you want, right? But it's also my personal opinion, I'll put it out there, that I do actually see Malays being the worst or unhealthiest people that I actually personally know. The group of them, like I would say generally when it comes to it.
I only have a very few Malay friends, and you're one of them. So
okay. That's a bit skewed. Yeah. Okay, but personally, I do think that Malays, I'm not doing this to shit anyone. I'm really just saying this to encourage everybody, especially from my own community. Please go and do something about your health. It's for your own longevity, it's for your own good, it's for the own enjoyment of life. Yeah, right? So so we have so much benefits of fasting, Ramadan fasting. So why are we the unhealthiest group in Singapore, right? So this comes to my next slide. Avoid indulgence.
Our picture.
Oh, right. Okay, let me repeat that point again. Avoid indulgence.
You are what you eat and not when you eat.
Correct. So this highlights what Ramadan is. Ramadan, like I said, is a time restricted fasting. You're eating at this time and at that time. But going back to your point, what if you eat a massive amount in the morning and a massive amount at night? So what if you're eating a rendang nasi lemak in the morning for sahur, and you're eating a buffet at night for breakfast or iftar, we call it, right? So actually in your 24 hours, you might even be eating more calories than you would on a normal day. So that's why I want to emphasize you are what you eat. That means how much you eat, volume you eat, and the sugar, whatever contents as compared to when you eat. So don't take Ramadan as a way of, oh, I'm gonna lose weight just because I'm fasting. It's not true. You also need to regulate what you eat in the morning, sahur, and also at iftar at night.
Quality of food, how oily it is.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's you can't. I'm just saying always keep these things in moderation, right? So I put some pictures up there. I think this is quite popular. I don't know. Have you been to this? Like,
Yeah, I've been
Bazaar
to
Ramadan?
Geylang Serai and
Ramadan time.
whatnot, yeah.
Okay lah, you as a Chinese easy because you can go at 5 p.m. and just eat.
Yeah, probably,
no
yeah.
queue. But if you go at Ramadan time, you go 7 p.m. Everybody start to eat. Oh, very crowded.
Yes.
And all that. Okay lah. Of course, this can be a whole topic on its own of the quality of food, of the etc. The prices even can be a thing of contention. But for me is, please, I mean, my advice is don't do this every day.
But how, okay, because I think you mentioned about not overeating, but in the morning, you want to overeat, right? You need to fuel up. So how do you do this?
Okay,
How do you make sure? Do you track your calories or?
Okay, to be fair, last year at Ramadan period, I was pretty big. Okay. So at that point, I also eat less because anyway, I want to be in a calorie deficit. Right. So for me, it was more of just eat normally in the morning and then eat normally at dinner time as well, so that I'm in a way just skipping lunch. So in the total sense of things, I am in a calorie
That
deficit.
kind of makes sense, You're just missing one meal.
You're just missing one meal.
Yeah, and if you are, like what you just mentioned, right, you're super busy, you probably also forget about snacking.
Exactly. Yeah. So back to your point is so just maintain your or really have a look at what you're eating in terms of volume and composition, and then you should be fine. So again, my point is Malay Muslims are one of the unhealthiest groups in SG, and I think it could be a cultural thing where everyone's like, oh, let's it's not a bad thing. Everyone is like, oh, let's come together, let's eat together during iftar. I think this is a very common cultural thing to eat together for dinner. Maybe not for sahur, but more for the iftar part. Then maybe go to these kind of events and support these booths and whatever. I do encourage that, but then again, do hold yourself to a certain limit, right? So tell yourself that, oh, am I just throwing away my whole day's fast by eating 2,000 worth of calories at night?
And I also realize if you go to these kind of food stalls like Pasar Malam, the foods are deep fried,
correct,
high in coconut milk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your rendang also is very oily.
Yeah.
So probably can eat, but not too much in
correct.
volume.
Yeah.
Or maybe once in a few days you can go for these also.
So one thing I want to pull from my personal experience is that when you are hungry, you tend to tell yourself that I can eat so much, and then you tend to overorder.
Then you have to starve yourself,
and then you're like, then you have this mindset of, example, I order, I'm so hungry, I fasted the whole day already, I'm gonna order 2 Big Mac meals, example, right? And then you're like, I'm so hungry, I can finish this one. Then once you buy that, then you finish the first one, and you're like, actually, I'm a bit full already, right?
You'll still try to finish,
and then you're like, but I buy the other one already, so paiseh, I want to finish, so I will finish it. Yeah. And then you ended up eating too much. Yeah. And then you start this whole cycle of lethargy and all this kind of thing, which then cuts into the training plan, because you're like, I'm so sian already, I don't train already.
Especially when you're eating these high GI foods also.
Exactly.
You feel very energized, and afterwards
you crash out.
Gone, then you crash.
Exactly, you crash out. Yeah.
Then you definitely affect your work efficiency.
Exactly.
And also during the daytime you fall asleep or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. But particularly when you're eating at night, I would say very typically is that people will just eat very heavy, let's say the 7 to 8 period, then they just go to sleep, which then is not very you just store all that energy.
You also start your day very, very early. I noticed 5:30. That's me sometimes earlier you want to prepare your food.
Yeah. So yes, exactly. Yeah.
Your day is actually very long.
Yeah. So to sidetrack, right, why I choose cereal, right, is because it's a zero preparation food.
Oh, okay.
I can wake up at 5, get it done in 10 minutes, and go back to sleep. Yeah, and like have a bit more rest before I start my day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you're right. Some people, I know, like housewives and whatever, they will wake up like 4:30 in the morning just to start cooking the rice and everything for the whole family. But then again, up to individual lah. If there is something that you need, then so be it. But again, watch your portions and watch the content. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So I think actually we are clocking quite nice for one episode. We can cut into 2 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I focus more on the diet part, the first part. So just to recap what Ramadan is, the timing. So you're fasting about 13.5 hours, and then in the next episode we'll actually talk about the working out part. So how do you squeeze in a workout? in my opinion, this first episode is quite relevant to more of the masses because everyone fasts, but not everyone exercises. So maybe next
So in
episode
general,
we'll
it's
talk about
how to maintain your calorie deficit or calorie maintenance.
exactly.
Yeah.
And also not to overeat, but also the highlight that everyone put here is keep yourself hydrated the whole time. And hydrated with plain water, please.
In the morning.
Yes, in the morning, yeah.
And then to how to cope is really to maybe focus on different things like work.
Correct.
or-
Stay busy.
Stay busy.
Stay busy. And yeah, that will help you run through the day. Okay. So let me go back to our big screen. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode. The recap is Ramadan. Try it yourself if you want. Let me. How about I flash back that slide of what Ramadan?
Probably we can do different episodes on the different types of fasting, and maybe we can try it out also.
Yeah. So this is what Ramadan is in summary. So fasting for 13 and a half hours for 30 days, and also no smoking. So and why it's beneficial for you? We already went through that, and yeah. So anything else to add on, Jimmy? I think we're good for
Let's
this
talk
episode.
about it in the next episode.
Okay.
About more workout related
The workout
stuff.
fast. Yeah. Okay. Alright. See you guys in the next episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Comment down below how is Ramadan. How are you preparing for Ramadan? Is this the Ramadan that you think 2026 Ramadan is gonna be different? I'm gonna eat less. I'm gonna focus more on my fitness or my wellness. And to my non-Muslim folks out there, are you gonna give this a try? Yeah. Jimmy, are you gonna give this a try?
Probably not. I need my calories.
No pressure. Yeah, actually, I'll talk about it in an episode. Okay. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.